Do you want to be better at fish? Well, I am about to show you how. I'm here to teach you guys how to fish a little bit better. Maybe you're great at the game, maybe you're mediocre at the game, but no matter who you are, this is going to help.
Hi-ho, knife on my side, went right with a gun and got one in the pipe, so don't try to get violent, I am a pirate who's stuck in this time zone.
The rod stat descriptions are the first thing you want to look at, so let's pick a pretty easy rod for you guys to get, just so we can go over this here. Let's use the volcanic rod, for example. So lure speed is how long, basically, you have to wait hitting shake before it gets on your line. Okay, luck is how much, well, luck you'll have with whatever you fish out. Now, you need to consider luck to be a little bit less important than you want to, okay? Control is actually how big the white bar is at the bottom when you're catching the fish. That is actually very helpful. However, resilience beneath it is actually the most helpful. That stops the fish's line from moving so much. If you've got like a giant squid that's jumping around on you and you can't seem to catch it, you need to focus on resilience. Now, max kilograms is actually just the weight of the fish that you can pull in. I've never really used this rod, but I have friends that do. I was just beyond this point by the time it came out, okay? I got it, though. Bait has traits to it, okay? You can add stats to your rod and reduce the stats on your rod depending on what bait you pick. So, we're going to go over that slightly in a couple combos, but you guys need to understand what you're looking for the most is lure speed and resilience. And kilograms, because that tells you what kind of fish you can even get. You can't be pulling a whale shark out the water when you got a 2,000 kilogram max. So there are ways to go about it that are different. For example, hasty adds 55%, but if you have a lot of resilience, you might as well just use instant catcher on that rod. It'll reduce your resilience by 15, but if you've got enough resilience, it doesn't matter. Now, I shoot for around 35 minimal on my resilience. That's just a little heads up for you guys. 35 is a good number to go for on that. You're going to want to use bait and enchantments that curtail to your needs. See, the thing is, not every rod is used by every person for the same reason. I personally find it most important to have instant catch, I hate hitting shake, and also resilience. The luck I can put in the back seat, because honestly, if you're catching more fish, you have more chances to get something, so you know, if it takes me half the time, it's basically like doubling your luck in my opinion. Not that that's actually true, but that's the way it feels to me. And for example, if you're on PC and you use hotkey or the backslash method, lure speed may not be that important to you. I have rods that are designed to take more time to catch a fish, but make a more special fish, and I only use those really when I'm not competing with anybody for the catch. And usually it's like a kraken or something, and I'll go ahead and end up with something like this. For example, if you're out in public and you're competing for the Scylla, you might want your resilience to be a little lower than it would be normally to make it easy, and your luck a little higher because therefore you're trying to compete with other people to even get it on the line to get an opportunity. Now when you have a number above your head like mine, you're probably not going to do that kind of risk. So when I go for a Scylla, I do focus on resilience essentially. So you can either go for speed, luck, whatever you want to, but honestly, if you're missing fish, you're not going to catch anything anyway. Why is it special to get it on the line if you can't reel it in? So resilience is very, very important, probably the most important stat. I can give you some examples on combos here, but I'm not going to use the rich people rods. If you're rich, you probably already know how to do all this. Let's say the Kraken rod, for example. I actually have Mystical on it. The main reason that I have Mystical on it is because I wanted a rod that used Rapid Catcher. If I didn't use Rapid Catcher, I would just be sitting here with thousands and thousands of them. How many do I even have? Yeah, 11,000. See, that's the problem. I wanted to be able to utilize my bait and not spend my money all the time. There are ways to go about a rod build that'll actually just be personalized and curtailed to you and your needs, even if there's something better. I'm tired of buying coral geodes all the time, okay? I wanted to use some of my bait that's laying around. Now, being me, I still put something resilient on it, and the most resilient on it, because I don't want to risk it. Let's just be real here. I'm not trying to lose my dignity. Here's another example of a combo that doesn't make sense to other people. The Tempest rod. I actually have Abyssal on it, and the reason why is I just simply want a rod that I can get Abyssal relics with, no problem, and I don't use the Tempest rod anymore. There's no need for me to. I've got the Challenger's rod. So this has become useless unless I utilize it for something else. So there we go. It's my Abyssal rod. Because the resilience is already good enough and the lure speed's already good enough on that, just with coral bait, you can pretty much ring in any kind of fish that you want to. And 10% chance it's Abyssal. See what I'm saying? You shouldn't only use one rod because different rods have different purposes. You could go around just using the same rod all the time, but then you wouldn't benefit from all the abilities that you have. Now, the best enchantment for people with rods that are already maxed out or close to it, and you have good enough stats, is going to be Blessed Song, but that's very rare. Let's not even talk about that today. I have fun in this game figuring out combos that work for me to get things as fast as possible and also as well as possible. I haven't lost a fish in, well, I don't know. Let's find out. So if you look at total fish caught, I actually have 47,593, and when you look at perfect catches, I have 39,798. Okay? I try real hard in this game. Okay? Call me a try-hard, but I actually care about catching the fish, and usually I have enough resilience to keep it pretty close to a perfect catch. Also, I benefit from that perfect catch by getting double experience, so that is the entire reason I want to do that. So I hope you guys figure out some combos that work for you, and if you have any suggestions for me or for others or any ideas, go ahead and throw them in the comments. I'll answer everything. Make sure you guys are subbed and commenting if you're trying to get that Moby. That sentence just sounds weird.
Yeah, I need to go. Please don't be deceiving me, yo. I believe in freedom be the goal. Y'all don't even know. I can see me getting sleepy in the morning, but right now I don't need to sleep, I need to go.